minutes up. Our next speaker is going to be Mike Thomas. To introduce him, his evaluator, Diane Abrams.
Thank you, Pete, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I am very pleased to evaluate Mike Thomas tonight. Mike has been a member of Carlsbad Oceanside Toastmasters for 10 months, and he's our Sergeant of Arms. And congratulations, after just being a member for a few months, he decided to serve on the board, and that's a great thing. Mike is going to be giving his third speech tonight out of the Pathways Manual, which is Innovation and Leadership. He's going to be working on vocal variety this evening. One of his objectives is to provide information to help the audience get more out of what they actually want in life. I will be giving his evaluation tonight by providing feedback, in which case he will come back and re-give the speech with the feedback that I give him tonight. So Mike Thomas, the title to his speech is Are You Willing? Are You Willing? Mike Thomas, are you willing? Mike Thomas.
So between the ages of 19 to 24, I was a little bit lost. I didn't quite know exactly where my path was leading. I didn't know what career I was going to pick. I didn't know anything. How many here were kind of following that same boat? So, when I turned 23, I was working at Carl Strauss in La Jolla. My roommate at the time, and I did not like working at Carl Strauss in La Jolla, by the way. It was the McDonald's of La Jolla, basically. My roommate at the time, Tom Carter, came in my room and would change my life forever. He asked a simple question. Hey Mike, I'm gonna go take a Photoshop class tonight over at a small campus in Kearny Mesa. Do you wanna come? And I thought for a second. Well, I've been drawing my whole life. I've been painting. I've been taking pictures and videoing up until this point. So I've been doing something besides surfing. And I said, yeah. So I went. It was a 9-week class, and it was amazing. I fell in love right when I walked in. I walk into the room, and there's a 27-inch brand new Macintosh computer. I just was like, wow. So 6 weeks into this program, I'm walking, they have a vending machine, so they give you your 15-minute break. And I go over, I buy a drink, and grab some chips or whatever. And there's a bulletin board. And there's this yellow sheet of paper blaring in my eyes. And this would completely change my life. 9-month multimedia course where we're going to teach you graphic design, video production, print, and web development and design. And I couldn't believe it, that it was free. So I took the course. It was amazing. The teachers were all professors from the surrounding 7 colleges that we have down in San Diego. And one of the teachers said something very profound. They said, what we're teaching you here are tools. All the creativity comes from inside your mind. And you are the creator. These are just hammers. These are just framing miter saws. These are just tools. So you are the unique person that has the creativity in your mind. And once you have these tools, you're going to have a skill for the rest of your life. And that just really resonated with me. So I finished the course, and I'm working at Carl Strauss, and I wasn't very happy again. But I now had this skill set. So a couple comes in, Nino Camilo and his then girlfriend. And we get chatting, and we have the badge of honor, this neck tans from surfing, and he asked me what I'm up to. I just finished this course, we exchanged numbers. The next day, Nino calls me. He says, hey, there's a warehouse position that just opened up. And Nino worked for the premier, the world-renowned, best video production company in the world. And he said, there's a warehouse position that just opened up. I know it's not exactly what you want to do, but it's a way for you to get in the door. So I said, I'll take it. So for 5 years, I worked really hard. I learned a lot, and it was amazing. My point being is either you control your destiny or your destiny controls you. And whatever decision that you make, you need to be willing to make the change in your life. Are you willing to change your unhealthy habits? Are you willing to ask for that raise? Are you willing to get out of a relationship that's maybe not so positive? So you need to ask yourself, am I willing? Now I'd like everybody to say it right now, as loud, about something that you're excited about doing right now in your life. What goal? So I want everybody to say, am I willing? Am I willing? Am I willing? Now on the flip side, you can be unwilling to do things, and it can be equally as powerful. I'm unwilling to live an unhealthy life. I'm unwilling to do that. Diane Abrams recently took on a position in her firm a few months back where she took on more responsibility, probably got a bigger paycheck, but it was too much stress for her. So she was unwilling to continue down that path. And as a result, she demoted herself, but she's happier. She had enough self-awareness to know this, and that's because she was unwilling. So some goals in life are just not connected to reality. We live in this social media world where we're looking at all these people with their fancy cars, on their fancy trips, on their fancy, driving their brand new cars, they're posting pictures, and maybe we kind of want that, but we don't. Because some of these goals, you're really unwilling to put the effort in to try to actually attain. So, do you really want to drive a BMW to work? Are you willing to work 60, 70, 80 hours a week just to drive this BMW to work? Maybe you're not. Are you willing to give up your favorite foods just to get a six-pack? Maybe not. So you've really just got to ask yourself, when you are asking this question of yourself, am I willing? Your why. So I joined Toastmasters because beyond the career advancement part, I want to be a better communicator with my wife, and I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. The 3-year-old came up and asked me a question the other day. That was a little deeper for a 3-year-old, and I kind of gave her a shallow answer. And I'm not willing to give her shallow answers. I want to give her a deeper, deeper connection to me and my thoughts, and I want to be able to communicate that to her. So my final question to you is, are you willing?